Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing series videos that we do for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't ever really planning on reviewing this one, but then news and things became a thing, and it was like, all right, I guess I will. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside my truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is definitely the case today. I got off of work. I had a good night at work. I was happy about it. Got off work. Went over there. I was like, man, I'm hungry. So I was like, fuck it, man. I'll hit a gas station. So I went over there. I went to my local gas station I like to hit. And I went looking for a specific item. I grabbed a few things, but I had one item in particular because I had heard that this item was going to be discontinued in the not-too-distant future. And I was like, So, folks, what am I reviewing for you? What's being discontinued? Boom! It's Mountain Dew Major Melon. This is a flavor of Mountain Dew. Woo! Mountain Dew. Woo! Woo! Can we get a thing? Ha! 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 Sure. It's Watermelon Mountain Dew. I never reviewed this one when it first came out. I think at the time I might have been taking like a bit of a hiatus from doing reviews, or just maybe it kind of passed me by or something, but I never got around to it. And I don't drink it very often. It's one of those things like I get every now and again. But I guess, at least as far as what I understand, come 2024, it looks like they're going to discontinue it. And I was like, well, oh man, because I like variety. I like the fact that it's a thing, even if I don't drink it all that often. I like that it's there as an option. So I figured, fuck it, man, I'll do a review for it, if for no other reason than to encapsulate my thoughts on the Dew. Which, by the way, if you're interested in my thoughts on other Mountain Dews, I have an entire playlist called Mountain Dew Madness, MTN Madness, MTN DEW, there we go. That's just for Mountain Dew reviews. This is going to end up being on there. Let's give it a go. It's been a little bit since I've had a Major Melon. It's not like a super common one that I run into. Like, it's around for sure. But it's always kind of hit or miss if I go to a gas station, they're going to have it. So, it's got that very, part of the reason why I don't really drink it very often, as much as I love watermelon, it's definitely that amped up, unnatural watermelon flavor, which is not my favorite thing in the world. So, but let's give it a go. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. And let me emphasize that. It's not a bad Mountain Dew at all. In fact, point for point, I'll give it a lot of credit. I think not only is it's a good Mountain Dew, I give it a few extra points appreciation for the fact that it is a very unique Mountain Dew. It doesn't taste like any other Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew has so many flavors at this point that they start bleeding through. Some of them are going to start tasting like the other ones to some extent. Major Melon doesn't taste like anything else. It's its own thing. It's a watermelon Mountain Dew. They push that watermelon aspect really strongly. And it's a good Mountain Dew. My only point of contention with it is, again, I am not a big fan of what I personally feel is the needless amping up of the watermelon flavor. Watermelon's a great flavor by itself. It's why, when I eat watermelon, I just eat the watermelon. I don't need to, put hot sauce and, fucking, I don't know, honey and what the fuck ever on the watermelon. Though maybe that would be delicious. I don't know. But I just like the watermelon flavor by itself. But when they do it, when they create, the artificial watermelon flavor, they always use it. It's so amped up. It takes on, a tart aspect. And I don't know. It's never been my favorite thing. I still remember being a kid. If you're around my age, you'll remember. They had that Blow Pops commercial. Yeah, from Charms. Yeah, I'm showing my age here. And I remember when they're like, watermelon. I remember watching that as a kid, and I loved watermelon. I was like, holy shit, yes, I'm down. So, like, the next time me and my grandpa went to, like, a little corner store, they had the blow pops. I was like, Grandpa, I want a blow pop. And he was, like, the sweetest old man in the world. He's like, sure, I'll get you a blow pop. What kind do you want? I was like, I want the watermelon one. And I tried it, and I was like, it doesn't taste like watermelon. Because it doesn't. It's so amped up. So it does have that artificial watermelon flavor. But I will say, it's not bad. Comparatively, and I don't even know if it's available anymore, but Crush, they had their own watermelon soda. And that, for me, basically was like just drinking straight up watermelon Jolly Ranchers. And as somebody who was never into Jolly Ranchers, I didn't dislike it, but it was more abrasive with that watermelon. This one, because it's sort of mixed with the dew, it's still maybe a little bit much. It's part of the reason why this is an occasional dew for me instead of more like a more regular one. But, I mean, I still enjoy it. It's definitely very easy to identify as being watermelon. It does have that tanginess to it, which again, I just don't feel watermelon stuff really needs. That's just me. I'm clearly a crazy person. But I like it. It's mixed with the dew, so you do get, the Mountain Dew aspect to it as well. It's a good Mountain Dew. Is it my favorite Mountain Dew? No. Is it even in my, like, top, probably, like, 10? No, probably not. I'm okay with it. It falls firmly in the category with, like, some of the other ones, like Voltage, Mountain Dew Spark, which is another one that I heard that they're discontinuing. I've already reviewed that one, though, so if you want my opinion, you can go look it up. But I will have to go get some more of that, again, since it's going to be gone. But yeah, it falls into that category for me. Of Mountain Dews where it's like, I'm fine with them. Every now and again I will want one, but it's not a go-to for me. It's just, it doesn't work to my personal palate the way that I would like. But it's not like a shitty Mountain Dew. Like, probably the worst Mountain Dew, at least in my opinion, that I've had is Whiteout, which I don't even think Whiteout is like a regular flavor anymore. I think they discontinued that one because I haven't seen it in a few years now. But I did review it, by the way. Go look that one up. Whiteout I was never big on. I've always felt that was kind of like the worst of the Mountain Dew flavors. But yeah, Major Melon, it's a good one. I would even go as far as to say, in terms of the Mountain Dews that aren't in my upper echelon, but I do still enjoy, it's near the top of those. It's like, I would probably take this over a Spark. I would probably take it over a Voltage most days. Because even if the watermelon aspect doesn't exactly cater to my personal want for that watermelonness, it's tasty, and I like it. Like I said, it's a tangy watermelon Mountain Dew. It works. And I will be sad when it is gone. Now, all that said, folks, and I think it's Major Melon, Spark, and then maybe Thrashed Apple. They keep going back and forth if they're going to do Thrashed Apple, but I don't know. And to be fair, I don't this is all just stuff that's, floating around the internet. That's what I heard. But if I two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes, and yeah. It's not, again, for all the reasons I already stated, it's not a favorite of mine, but I do like it. And I like that there is an option. I want to live in a universe, and I mentioned this in one of my other videos. I want to live in a universe where one day you go to a gas station or, convenience store setting. You go to their cooler section, right, with the drinks. I want an entire section just devoted to Mountain Dew flavors, and I want every slot to be a different flavor of Mountain Dew. I want to live in that reality. Maybe one day. But right now, I will genuinely miss the Major Melon. Like, it's, it's one of those ones where it's like, I'll shed a tear for it. And I'll probably try to pick up a few while I can. So, if you're watching this, by the way, yeah, pick them up while you can. What else? And yeah, if I'm recommending them, literally what I just said. Just, yeah, pick them up while you can. Because, they'll probably bring it back at some point. But they've got so many discontinued flavors, it's like, you might wait a long-ass time. I'm just saying. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. You go over there, have yourselves a truly watermelon-tastic rest of your life. But, I guess whatever type of watermelon you personally like. Me, I'm a more simple watermelon guy. But everybody likes watermelon their own way. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. You're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. Life can be frustrating and stressful and bullshit, and they keep discontinuing good flavors of Mountain Dew. And mind you, I say that as somebody whose favorite Mountain Dew is Pitch Black, so I am forlorn and distraught. Bring me my Pitch Black back, and make it grape again. Stop with this dark berry bullshit. It's grape. When we do deal with situations in our life that are stressful, frustrating, etc., take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. The time I'm doing this, folks, it is actually Thanksgiving morning. By the time I post this, because I'm not going to post it today, but, by the time I post this, hopefully you will have had a wonderful, festive thing, whatever you may do. And, if you don't celebrate, because some people don't, whether it's a cultural thing or a personal thing or whatever, good on you. Whatever works for you. I hope, regardless of the day, whether there's a holiday or not, I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic and kick-ass life, and that all of your dreams come true that are within reason, because we have to be reasonable, folks. I've had some dreams about myself and Jessica Alba, but probably not going to happen, and I'm guessing that Jessica Alba, I'm sure she's a nice person. I don't think she's that nice that she's gonna throw me that one, and that's fair. That's perfectly fair. Oh, anyway, bye.